Hey everybody, Beard Brothers Breaks here. How's everyone doing today? Let me get my chat up. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. So, here we go. And boom, baby. Okay, guys, sorry guys, I'm just trying to get which one. There we go. There we go! Okay. Probably would help if I actually opened up my trivia too. Probably. Who's to say? How is everyone doing? And give some time for some people to get in. Hopefully we can get enough people in again to play, guys. Didn't have a huge list for this week, unfortunately, but let's say 4, 8, 10 people. So we got to at least get 4 people in here to play some games. If not, we'll postpone it, but positivity, we'll get it. We'll get it. So that was some nice start to some Topps Chrome. Good looking cards overall. Some good looking cards. If you're there, Dustin, I know you're gonna be like, "Oh, my 3 cards." Trust me, Matt was like, "I don't even think there were any base cards," and I said, "Yeah, I have one right here, Matt." I tell you that what pisses me off the most is I know the teams like the Yankees and stuff always get 10 times more cards, and I just don't agree with that. It's like you're telling me, you know, there's plenty of players on the Rockies they could make cards for, and they don't do it. Like, it's kind of bullshit. I don't think it's fair to all the fans. Like, it's not evenly distributed enough. Definitely not evenly distributed enough. So, oops, sorry guys, I just had some things that were open. Save. There we go. Just had some extra things on my computer open. I was seeing what they were. Some spreadsheets. So guys, some more games. We have Armando, Dandy Andy, Dustin Duffy, Easy Polizzi, Joe Jelson, Napop, Scott Britzig, Sean C, and Stephen Wood. So I know Armando, Dandy Andy, and Dustin F have all been here plenty of times. I mean, all of you have been pretty much here before, and then Sean and Stephen show up a lot too. So that's 5 people right there that tend to show up when we do games. Hopefully we can get them all back in here today. Hopefully you all show up. I understand time-wise and stuff, but got up there. Matt and I finished last night. I still have to I had to go to my parents to let the dog out, cats, blah blah blah, the bird. I still got to sort the second break from last night. Finish sorting it and team bagging it, which I'll do after this. I guess I could actually do that partially while we're doing this, I guess, until we're going. Yeah, the more I think about it, it's like, why not multitask? Might as well, shouldn't I? Hey, Dandy Andy, what's up? Figured I'd start multitasking. I gotta finish up last night's sorting. Matt did one, and I'll finish up the other. What's up, Dandy Andy? Hopefully we can get enough people in here, Dandy Andy. It's been hard lately getting enough people. Gotta have like 4 people. So hopefully we can get enough people in here, or we're gonna have to postpone it, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather play with you guys. So I'll give it. I can give it to about 2:30, 2:30ish, and hopefully we can get enough people in here. 1, 2. How's it going, Dandy Andy? Dude, I feel so like sometimes you're getting the same luck Dustin does, where you know, I know the teams you like for the most part, Dandy Andy, and I'm always like, okay, Dandy Andy got these spots, okay. And then there's just breaks we do, and I swear, like, Dustin gets the same luck. I gotta say, Dustin gets some rotten-ass luck sometimes, and I feel so bad. I feel bad when anyone just gets rotten luck. And so there's been times, I know, Dandy, like last night, where it was like, you buy into the first break or the second break, you know what I mean? And it's the hits are in the opposite break you got. Or you're like, you know, we pay attention to see who buys what, and I'll be like, wow, Dandy Andy's bought so-and-so team for so many breaks, and he still hasn't gotten anything lately. Just like we notice when people do get a lot of luck, and they've been tending to hit non-stop lately. And it's one of those things you can literally just watch where certain people seem to have luck after luck, and then eventually it goes away and whatnot. And obviously, breaking is essentially a form of gambling when you think about it. It's all pure luck of what you'll get, unless you're playing like odds, because you don't care what cards you get as far as what teams, and your thing is more about, I'll pick teams that I know will hit. Yep, you got the Angels and Phillies. That should be a good. At first I called it high end, and Matt had the idea to call it top shelf. And I was like, ooh, that's a good name, Matt. That was a good. I called it high end break. Matt called it top shelf, which I was like, ooh, that's a good name. That's going to be a good break. I mean, it should be a really, really, really good break. I mean, you're talking about plenty of cards. First of all, there's plenty of cards, so everyone should get something. It's not like anyone's going to get literally no cards. But 17 hits, and yeah, just 17 hits, so there's plenty of hits that can be had by everyone. And just some good boxes of cards, too. My idea, Matt was like, originally, like, we picked the Immaculate and the 2 Topps Chromes. Matt's like, hey, if you want to throw a slab card in there. And I told Matt, and I said, Matt, and I just told him outright, I said, hey, Matt, by the way, blah, 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 blah. I basically just told him where it's like, I said, dude, let's add museum collection. We couldn't afford to get it this year. We wouldn't have been able to make any money, or if anything, we would have lost money if we tried doing it on an eBay. And I told him, dude, let's throw one of those in there. That adds a couple hits. And better than a slab, obviously more expensive than a slab to buy outright. But I'm like, get you a couple hits. And he was like, oh, yeah, you know, that's a good idea. So those cards should be in by Wednesday, I hope. They shipped it out Thursday, I believe. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping too, Danny Andy. Trust me. I want you all to get something. But, you know, when you see certain people buy a bunch and they may not get, you know, blah, 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 you know, or getting bad luck, you do hope eventually they'll get something. All I can think about, you say 175 bust, is like Matt when he'll get into eBay breaks or Facebook breaks with that one guy for Inception, and he freaking busted on like $300-something, and it was like, that sucks. I can't imagine. I've never spent that much in busted that I can think of. I don't think I've ever bought that much in busted, at least. Not that much. I've definitely busted before, probably with like $80 or something, but not that much. But I know I've definitely gotten into breaks like you have and stuff, and I've gotten when I was getting into breaks a bunch before, like lunches and stuff, and you'd get a bust, and it sucked. It always sucked. You're like, oh, son of a. You always felt bad, like, you son of a, oh, dang it. You know, you really were hoping. So just while we chill here, hopefully get some people in soon. I'm just getting these cards sorted from the break. It was the second break last night. Top-loaded and sleeved and top-loaded cards, and we'll get these done a little later. Once we're done playing games, hopefully. The one time I don't get the Angels and you guys pulled a Trout auto relic on a 10. Well, it's like Dustin. Like, Dustin always gets the Rockies. I don't think we've really ever gotten anything too crazy for the Rockies. I'm sure Matt would be like, oh, one time we got this or that. But it's like, on average, we don't tend to get anything too crazy for the Rockies. And my worry is, quite honestly, is, you know, the one time he chooses not to get them, that's when we'll get the biggest of biggest hits. Like a Nolan Arenado for the Rockies product that has him for the Rockies, and it will be like a 101 hit. Trust us, I'm happy. I think it was Stephen Violet who got that, and I'm happy. I know I'm still happy for him. But, you know, down inside, I do feel a little bad because that's what we do love you guys, and trust us, we sit there and feel like son of a. Afterwards, Matt and I always will be like, oh, son of a bitch. I mean, we're glad for Steven, but dang it, Dandy Andy didn't get it. Still take a while for a response to show up. Maybe one day YouTube will get their act together and make it so this isn't take so much of a delay. One day. Twitch would be the best thing probably just because it's literally meant for this type of stuff with people talking and the chat. Twitch, and I was going to and I just never have. Twitch would probably be the best for that. For playing these games. I will say, my worry is it's hard enough getting people to show up as is, let alone now trying to use a different thing. Oh, excuse me, guys. Woo! Ugh. Might as well get all these sorted. Can't wait to see what we get tonight for hits. That Yankees guy. I see 3 people. Hey, what's up, Eddie? What's up? What's up? How's it going, Eddie? How's life treating ya? I just gotta say, Eddie, that talk you and I had last week, that really hit home. Just so you know, that I talked to Matt about it and mentioned it. That really hit home, dude. I appreciate it. So what's been going on, Eddie? Excuse me. You get old, you just get tired naturally, I guess. Becoming an old man. Yeah, the Chrome is ridiculously high on prices. I don't know how we're going to make out on it. I don't know if we're going to lose our hat or not so far. Tonight will let us know how we're going to do, obviously, because that's the last of it tonight. Prices... Ugh. Matt gets pissed at me because I talk about this stuff a lot, but it's just crazy. You can't believe it. You just can't believe how high they're asking for on these products. It's just freaking... It's freaking unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Oh! I do, Eddie. This week's been a little hectic, or I would have called. Next week, I'll try getting you a call for sure, dude. I've been doing a lot of focus. I've been actually starting to work in the campground again a little, so that kind of took up time last week. But a lot of my focus has just been on the move. I just want to move so bad already. Move so bad and get a new job. Whoo. Sorry, guys. It just keeps coming. Just wants to keep coming out. Just really busy at work, so it's been tough to keep the spirits high when I get off work. And then I see you've been breaking a good amount, Eddie. I've seen you've been breaking a good amount. I hope it's going well for you, dude. I hope you're getting to make some money off of it. It's definitely not easy nowadays to do it lately. When Matt and I first got into the business, oh, it was like frickin' heaven. I mean, we weren't making shit anyways back then, just because we were charging $25 profit for a whole break. And I'm like, one day I'm like, Matt, we can't be making $25. What's wrong with us? Well, they were just website breaks, not eBay. But I was like, Jesus Christ, what are we doing? $25 profit. I couldn't believe it. It was like, oh my gosh. You know, and then we were making more, but now we've had to put it right back down again. It's been hard to move brakes, so we've had to lower that again. And again, the cards, they're just charging way too much on them, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't wait for Mosaic Baseball to come end of September. The problem is, like, some of those products, like the Mosaic Baseball, it's like, I don't know what they're charging for them right now, but a lot of products, Matt and I talk, and I'm like, we can't order them because the prices are still too high. I don't know what they're charging for Mosaic Baseball, but I think when I looked at it, it was like, yeah, it's still too high in my opinion. Well, the Yankees last night, guys, that second break, I'm holding the guy who bought the Yankees, and holy moly. Holy moly what he got. Yankees heaven. He bought a lot of spots. He's going to be happy. He should be pretty happy with the little bundle coming towards him. Yeah, bro. Give me a call when you're free. I never really was a talk all day on the phone kind of guy, but I guess things change. Now it makes my day talking to friends for a few. Okay, so Eddie, I am the exact same way because I feel guilty that I don't call you a ton because Matt will be like, I talked to so-and-so and I talked to so-and-so and so-and-so. I've never been a talker on the phone. I've never could stand it. I have my one buddy who wants to talk to me incessantly, and I love him. But it's just the old-fashioned idea of like, dude, I'm just not a big talker on the phone, first of all. And when I do get out of work, I'm just so tired. I don't want to talk for an hour to someone when I'm starving. You know what I mean? I get home. That's why talking in the car is perfect because, you know, you're in your car, you drive, and it's a perfect time to talk because I'm not doing anything else. But once I get home, I want to eat, and I got to take care of things to get ready for the next day. You know, that type of deal where it's like, I'm like, and I feel guilty because I'm like, I'm not into talking all day on the phone myself. I'm like 10, 15 minutes, I think, is a good amount. If nobody shows up, I should get the letter A for my participation trophy. What's up, Nate? You wish, Andy. You wish. You got to get more people in these games. It's been a struggle lately. Hey, what's up, Nate? So Nate, I'll give a link. I can't. I hopefully will play today, Nate. But we need enough people. We do need enough people to play. We got to have 4 people at least to play, because without 4 people, it just doesn't work well. If you didn't see it, I'm going to give me one sec. If we may have to reschedule if not enough people show up is all, unfortunately. We've been able to play every time. I don't think I've had to cancel it yet for quite a while, but it just seems to be a struggle at times. At one point, we were doing these games after breaks or before breaks, and it did a lot better just because people were around. The problem with doing it after a break is it's like you wouldn't get done till 11:30 at midnight, and it was like, oh my gosh, can't do that on a Saturday. Too much. You're telling me I need 2 vowels for the grand prize. I know, Eddie. I mean, I know, Dandy Andy. You're so close. So there's a link to the games if you haven't read them already, Nate. Steven's in the house. So we got Dandy, Steven, and Andy. Eddie, do you want to play some games? If you have time, you're welcome. I think we're going to have enough. As long as we can get everyone to stay and play. You good to stay and play, Steven? We got Nate, Steven, Danny, Andy. Eddie was not on the list, but Eddie is definitely welcome to stay and play if he'd like. He's all right in my book. I mean, Matt says differently, but you're okay with me. That's 4 as long as Eddie stays, Dandy Andy. Are you able to stay, Eddie? I understand if you can't. So let's see, Dandy Andy. Dustin usually shows up. I know he's been working a ton. The games usually last a total of an hour and a half, Nate. You don't have to stay for the whole time, but it usually, I don't know how long it takes to do the questions. They don't take as long as the games do. They take some time. They take only so much time. And so basically we do 10 questions, blah, blah, 20 minutes or so may be correct. Usually the games are what take longer themselves. The games, once we see who has what points, then we got to 8, 9, and 10. Then it becomes, at the end of it, dealing with points. Playing games. Seeing who has what points and what games they want to play. So, yeah, I'd say we can begin. I'd say we're good. When I think about it, it doesn't take an hour and a half because we're usually done by 3:30, but we usually don't begin to about now. So Danny Andy's probably pretty right on that. Okay, so Nate, pretty much what's going to happen is this. I am going to give a trivia question. I will paste that trivia question also in chat. Okay, Nate? So I'm gonna give a trivia question. I will say it out loud and paste it in chat. Everyone, then I'm going to give you the answers. It's multiple choice. When it comes to asking for names, Nate, last name is fine. So you can use last name. So if the question was like, who's the best baseball player of all time, and it was like Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth, blah blah blah, you would just say Ruth Gehrig. I sent down an email, Eddie, to everyone with the names. So hopefully they do, but so anyway, so last names, some of them are going to be like numbered questions, like how many sprints, how long did so and so sprint for? 13 seconds. But it's just multiple choice. You need to give me complete answers, but when it's like names that I'm giving you, you can use last names, Nate. And I'll let you know if it's... Sometimes I have ones where it's like... We just had one that was like... Why did so-and-so get arrested in a baseball game? And the answers were like... He kicked a cat. And then I would put dash kick. And then so let me finish them. Don't give me an answer till I've given all the answers. And then I'll re-say it one more time. And so with one of those, just so you know, it's like kicked a cat, swore at the ump. So I may choose kick, and the kick would stand for that answer, and then ump would stand for the ump one. So I don't want to complicate it. I'm just trying to explain. So, again, last names are fine when it comes to names. Let me finish my questions before you answer, please. And lastly, I'd say make sure to spell things correctly. I'm willing to work with people, but if they're trying to write things faster than everyone else and they're doing atrocious spelling hours, it's not spelling errors. It doesn't count. I get to be the one who chooses. And lastly, I'd say have fun and only give one answer, Nate, too. You only give one answer. If you give me a second answer, I'm going to ignore it. I always give everyone one guess. And if no one's won it after one guess, I give everyone, hey, okay, everyone, give me your second guess. So, and yeah, just have fun. It's pretty good stuff. And I hope you enjoy. And what's going to happen is the top 2 people to get it correct, Nate, unless one person gets it correct because everyone else guessed wrong, I put them head to head, and at the end we random off the point because of the lag that there can be during games from people's honest. To be honest, when I was part of the game, there are times I forgot an eBay message would have been good because a lot of people work in Brett's, but causes a lot of work in Brett's end. An eBay message would have been good. eBay message, oh. Well, this is from the website only. So it goes through the emails. Unfortunately, yeah, eBay, it's all based on people who bought from the website. I wish we could do eBay like that too, because there are times where there may have been a mistake and it would have been nice to just be able to send to all the eBay people, hey, sorry, someone got the wrong cards or blah, blah, blah. In Brett's end. Okay, I hope you all enjoy. We will begin. So question number 1. Again, one guess only once, guys, and if someone gets it right or doesn't get it right, I'll ask you for a second. But okay, question number 1, guys. And wait till I give the answers. And wait till I'm done with that, okay? Just a reminder, don't jump the gun. Even if you know the answer, don't jump the gun, please. What NFL team holds the record for most consecutive losses? What NFL team holds the record for the most consecutive losses? Please give the whole team, guys. No, sorry, guys. This one I'm going to allow you to use the second, like, if it's like New England Patriots, you can just put Patriots. You know what I mean? Detroit Lions, you can just put Lions. Oakland Raiders, Buffalo Bills, Tampa Bay Ray Buccaneers, or Detroit Lions? Oakland Raiders, Buffalo Bills, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or Detroit Lions? Raiders, Bills, Buccaneers, or Lions? Okay, so that would go to Eddie and Nate. Eddie and Nate. That's going to be between you two. It's going to be between Eddie and Nate for that point. During the 1776 or 1977 seasons, the only thing more offensive than the Buccaneers' orange creamsicle-colored jerseys was their ineptitude on the field. They managed to lose an unprecedented 26 games in a row. Holy moly. Things were so bad that when they finally broke their record losing streak, the opposing coach was immediately fired. Things were so bad when they finally broke their record losing streak, the opposing coach was immediately fired. Imagine that. Imagine being the opposing coach and somehow you got your ass kicked and you get fired for it. Holy moly. By the way, Nate, these come from all different sports. It's not just baseball. So there's NFL in here. We've even had badminton. I mean, anything you can think of. Olympics, anything I do for questions. So that one's going between Eddie versus Nate. Second question. Who holds the record for the most NASCAR wins? Who holds the records for the most NASCAR wins? Last name is fine. Richard Petty, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, or David Pearson? Petty, Gordon, Johnson, or Pearson? That is Richard Petty. Richard, I would have thought, I don't know much about NASCAR, not like Matt does. Matt knows a lot about it, and I know who Richard Petty is, but I didn't realize, I don't know. I know he's a long timer, so it would make sense it would be Richard Petty. I really just, when I was a kid, it was like, Jeff Gordon, Jeff Gordon. I'm right there with you, Nate. It was like, oh, Jeff Gordon. I loved Jeff Gordon as a kid. I have like a die-cast car, like a big car of his, number 24 die-cast car. My dad would grab him for me when he went to the races. So, Richard Petty, guys. Richard Petty, nicknamed the King, won a record 200 races during his career. He won a record 27 races, 10 of them consecutively in 1967 season alone. Again, I hope you guys are learning some things here. There's some interesting sports info that you learn here, I gotta say. Some really cool stuff, I must say. So that's going to be Eddie versus Andy. Dandy Andy. Next question. Who is the only heavyweight boxing champion to retire with an undefeated record? Who is the only heavyweight boxing champion to retire with an undefeated record? Muhammad Ali, Rocky Marciano, Jack Dempsey, or Sonny Liston? Ali, Marciano, Dempsey, or Liston? Okay, that goes to Dandy Andy versus Eddie. Rocky Marciano retired with a career record of 49-0. 49-0, including 43 knockouts. His knockout to win percentage of 87.75% remains one of the highest in heavyweight boxing history. That's fine, Dandy Andy. Just like when he said Tampa, I knew who it was, so that was fine. As long as, again, I just say last names are fine for names just because it's easy enough. First names are technically fine because I know who you're talking about. I mean, I'm fine with it. As long as you guys, as long as I can tell you guys aren't, being ridiculous, it's fine, dude. Don't worry. It's my call, and I'm not trying to be a strict teacher here either, so don't worry about it. So we have Eddie versus Nate, Eddie versus Andy, and Andy versus Eddie. Eddie, spaghetti, hot on fire. So as you can see, we're done 3 questions so far. It hasn't been long. So it takes about 20 minutes max for questions, Nate. And then most of it is playing games. This one is a question, number one, guys. Numbers. It's going to be numbers. Okay. What is the record for the most rebounds in an NBA game? What is the record for the most rebounds in an NBA game? This is whenever the question was made, so it may be different now, but 55, 38, 62, or 49. 55, 38, 62, or 49. It's between Steven and Dandy Andy. On November 24th, 1960, Philadelphia Warrior Wilt Chamberlain set an NBA record with 55 rebounds in a game against the Boston Celtics. Nice, nice, nice. Question number 5, guys. 5, guys, is... What MLB pitcher holds the record for the most consecutive non-hitters? What MLB pitcher holds the record for the most consecutive non-hitters? Your choices are Homer Bailey, David Righetti, Johnny Vandermeer, and Nolan Ryan. Homer Bailey, David Righetti, Johnny Vandermeer, and Nolan Ryan. So Bailey, Righetti, Meir, and Ryan. So that one is going to go to Dandy Andy all by himself. He wins it automatically with the only correct choice. Johnny Vandermeer pitched 2 consecutive no-hitters on June 11th and June 15th of 1938. The prospect of a pitcher breaking this record by hurling 3 consecutive no-hitters is so unimaginable that Life magazine described this as the most unbreakable of all baseball records. Damn. Give me 1 second, guys. That's 5 down. I am going to just get a water real quick, and I'll be right back. Thank you for joining us today. I don't think my answer is 2, but I saw Bailey toss a no-hitter against my Pirates. Nothing like a good no-hitter. 3 in a row, imagine that. Holy crap. That's pretty sweet with an EA. That's pretty sweat. That's pretty sweat, Eddie. That's not Dandy Andy. That's 4 for you. So once the thing is, you're allowed no more than 5 points, guys. So once you are in 5 different things, I have to just do it real quick to see who has what. I know Steven has a point for today. I almost forgot about that, Steven. Give me 1 second. So sweat, dude. I mean, imagine getting 3 in a row, guys. That's rarer than hen's teeth. That's even rarer than hen's teeth. Eddie. So yeah, 1 beard point for Steven for today already. That doesn't count for your total, by the way, Steven. That's just an extra point you get. So, let me write under here. Eddie. We got Eddie, Andy, Nate, and Steven. So 1 point for Andy and Steven just off the bat. Steven got a free point from last time. A special spot that gives you a free point. So one more. If Andy, if you're in one more, we are going to have to at least do one of them. We'll probably do a couple at that point. But let's see, guys. Next question. Next question. Excuse me. Here we go. Here we go. What school holds the record for the most consecutive NCAA basketball titles? Excuse me. What school holds the record for the most consecutive NCAA basketball titles? Kentucky, UCLA, Duke, or North Carolina? That's going to Dandy Andy. UCLA. You ain't got no alibi. Again, this is when the question. This is again. Some of these questions could change, guys. I will admit. Obviously, it's possible. But just so I always like to point that out. Hey. Facts change. Whenever I got these facts, they may have changed. But yeah, UCLA. So that's 2 for Dandy Andy. So now we do gotta go to the board here, random.org, to randomize these off. So how I do it, Nate, is I just take your names, I put them in. The top name, I'll randomize it 5 times, and top name wins. So, for example, the first one was between Eddie and Nate. So I'll randomize this 5 times. The top name wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to Eddie. Don't get discouraged, Nate, by the way. Eddie versus Andy. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to Eddie. Andy versus Eddie for question 3. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eddie! Oh, Eddie! Andy, you're getting your butt kicked. And then Steven versus Andy for number 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Andy got that point. Okay, so far we have 4 questions left, with Eddie with 3, Andy with 3, Steven with 1, and Nate with none. But stay around, Nate. I have been known to be pretty generous because I want everyone to get a little something. So stay around because I like to be generous. I don't want anyone to go end up going home empty-handed. 4 questions left, guys. Okay, this is an interesting question. This is a good one. Who was on the cover of the first Madden football game? Who was on the cover of the first Madden football game? John Madden, Dan Marino, Dan Marino, John Elway, or Joe Montana. John Madden, Dan Marino, John Elway, or Joe Montana. Oh, so it's going to Steven and Dandy Andy. So I would have thought that would have been a trick question almost myself, because I was like, would it really be John Madden? It was John Madden. For the first decade of Madden football, the cover athlete was none other than John Madden himself. The first player to be featured was Garrison Hearst in 1999. Hearst led the 49ers to the playoffs that year, only to suffer a horrifying broken ankle in the team's second-round game, giving rise to the legend of the Madden curse. I'm just a Montana fan. So that's Steven versus Andy. Next question, question 8. Are you ready for this? What player has the most hits in MLB history? What player has the most hits in MLB history? Pete Rose, Derek Jeter, Ty Cobb, or Hank Aaron? Rose, Jeter, Cobb, or Aaron? Andy versus Nate. There we go. Andy versus Nate. Pete Rose, a switch hitter, is the all-time MLB leader in hits. 4,256 games played. 3,005... Wait. Oh, in hits. He has 4,256 hits. Games played, 3,562. At-bats, 14,053. Singles, 3,215 singles. And outs, 10,328. Holy shit. Imagine, wow. I gotta paste that one in there. Look at those stats. Holy shoo. Holy shnikes. Holy moly, guys. Those are some stats. Holy, I can't believe it. And they make a really nice, as you guys know, because we've given one away, a Pete Rose box that had a Pete Rose auto automatically in it. It was pretty cool. Pete Rose. Okay, guys. Here's a question you may not get. Who holds the record for the most consecutive Wimbledon titles? That would be some tennis. Who holds the record for the most consecutive Wimbledon titles? Roger Federer, Billie Jean King, Pete Sampras, or Martina Navratilova? Roger Federer, Billie Jean King, Pete Sampras, Martina Navratilova. Billie Jean is not my... Okay, what's Steven's... Nate, Danny, Andy, what is your choice, Steven? Okay. Everyone got it wrong. Take a second guess. You all got it wrong. So it wasn't Federer and it wasn't Billie Jean King. So you're left with Pete Sampras or Martina Navratilova. Navratilova. Take a second guess, everyone. It's either Pete Sampras or Martina Navratilova. Eddie says N. The letter N. You want to retry that, Eddie? Yeah, don't worry about it, Nate. You were right on time. When from my perspective, you said it right after. Ugh, sorry, guys. Okay, that's going to go to Stephen Wood. Eddie just put the letter, or Martina. Okay, so it's going to go between Eddie and Stephen. Because it did show up a second later. I was like, what the, what the heck? And I figured you were trying to write Navratilova and you didn't write it out fully. Martina Navratilova won the women's singles title at Wimbledon a record 9 times, including a run of 6 consecutive titles, the best performance by any professional player at the major event. Question. So that's between Stephen and Eddie. Eddie got it just in the nick of time to be able to sit there, other than it was about to go to Stephen. You did just get it just there in time. Okay, guys, last question. And then we'll play some games. Actually, really thought that was Roger Federer. We actually have to do some randomization because Dandy Andy has 2 spots right here. So, first we will do, just so we don't screw it up. Okay, that's going to be question number 7, Stephen versus Andy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to Andy. Andy versus Nate. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to Nate! Nate with his first point. There we go, Nate. There we go. Very nice, Nate. Nate got a point. And then Stephen versus Eddie. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to Eddie. Eddie taking it at the last second from Stephen. Ouch. One question left, guys. Okay, guys, last question. So we got Eddie with 4, Andy with 4, 1 with Nate, and 1 with Stephen. Okay, guys. Question number 10. Who was the youngest pitcher to throw a no-hitter? Who was the youngest pitcher to throw a no-hitter? Fred Tony, Kent Holtzman, Amos Russi, or Vida Blue? Fred Tony, Ken Holtzman, Amos Russi, or Vida Blue? So Tony, Holtzman, Russi, or Blue? Steven has 1 point. He is not one. He. So the point goes to Dandy Andy. Holy moly. Dandy Andy, on July 31st, 1989, at the age of 20 years and 2 months, Amos Russi became the youngest pitcher to throw a no-hitter. New York Giants 6, Brooklyn Grooms 0. So that's one more for Dandy Andy, giving him a total of 5. Everyone does have a point, Eddie. Nate, Steven, Eddie, and Dandy Andy, you all have points. Okay. Awesome, I know. So, here's what we're going to do, guys. You're going to have to give me a couple minutes to get things prepared. You will have to give me a couple minutes to get things prepared. I wasn't able to get them prepared ahead of time this time because I got home late from my aunt's. To Eddie and Andy, are there any games you know you want to play for sure? Tic-Tac-Card, the punch box that you see right here. Do you know? I'm going to get rid of this since we don't need it now. Do you guys know of any of the games you want to play for sure right now as I get things ready? Andy, you have 5 points. Eddie, you have 4. So Eddie's willing to give some points away. So you want to give 1 to Nate and 1 to Steven? That would give all of you guys 2. So that would give you 2, Eddie, and Nate and Steven would both have 2 points. So let me just get this ready real quick. Give me a minute. Eddie wants to give all his points away. Holy moly, Eddie. All your points. Okay, Eddie, they're your points. So that's now Steven with 3, Nate with 3, and Dandy Andy with 5. Eddie is one of the best guys I know. Very selfless. Very selfless guy. I'm just making sure some of my things are ready. Give me a minute, guys. Usually I get this stuff done ahead of time, but today did not have much time to work with, so unfortunately. Okay. Almost there, guys. Usually I have a bunch of them all prepared, ready to go, and one last thing to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, these were all good, good. Okay, so. Show, shigga schwa, I can count to 54. 55. Okay, so. Nate, you don't know the games as much as everyone else, but we have a couple different games, Nate. So, I'm going to actually bring us to the website real quick for Nate, so Nate can see. Since he has not played games before, we'll kind of give him a rundown of it all. I know you may have looked at this, Nate, but it won't take long, so we'll go over there. Take a little trip on to BeardBrothersBreaks.com. Happy Hour Trivia, guys. So we have, let's see, we have a total of 4 games. We have this one here. This is called Prize Drop. So this is 1 point, Nate. So, Nate, you have a couple choices. This game costs 1 of your points to play. You choose a number between 1 and 8, and I drop it down the little chute that's numbered 1 through 8, and you can win letters. And if you get all the letters B-E-A-R-D and spell beard, you do win a gigantic big prize. And so we have that prize that you can win. So Dandy Andy's looking for E and A because I think those are the letters he needs left to get. But you can get the letter B, D. You can get a wax pack. You can get a point for next time like Steven did last time. You can get card sleeves. You can also get pick a number or numbered card, which are games that I have that you can win autos, relics, or a numbered card. But that's all you'll win on that game. Then you have, we call it box number 2, but basically you get whatever between the mystery curtain, you automatically get that, and I will offer you either something I'll let you know or a mystery gift to keep your curtain, or you can take what's behind curtain 1, 2, or 3. That game, it costs 2 points to play, and you can win all the above game. You can basically win all of these that we were just talking about. You can win other letters though, E, A, R, which you can't win in the first game. This costs 2 points to play. We have the box one here. This is Punch Box. It's not as much to play, but you basically pick a number that's not punched out and I punch it for you and you get whatever's in there. Also costs 2 points to win. This one has all the same prizes, but it tends to carry, there's all the letters can be in here, and usually are when I restock it. I usually put one of each letter. You can also win in this game beard bucks. We throw that in this game a lot, where you can win $10 on our website, even $20 on our website. Sometimes, not all the time though, we may even have graded cards in there, stuff like that as well. But again, this one's nice because a lot of beard bucks we tend to put in there too, which allow you to win money towards future breaks that we do on the website, and that's 2 points. Or there's Tic Tac Card, which is 3 points, which is a harder game to win, but I tend to give pretty good prizes for it, which I randomly put numbers on there, and then we roll the dice 5 times. The first roll we keep doing until you at least get one number, and then within the other 4 rolls you need to get tic-tac-toe in a row to win a prize. So yeah, it's that's pretty much it that I can think of. So just so you know, so 1 point for this game, 2 points for the other 2 games here, Punchbox or this game, and 3 points for Tic Tac Card are the choices. I couldn't see anything you guys were saying, by the way, so... Oops, sorry. Oop. Okay, let me see. I'm just catching up with what you guys said. Thanks, I'll begin hunting for. Thanks, no problem. Oh, the big prize. We'll take 5 points for a Val. Andy, you should say you'll help sort after a big break. Better chances they'll bite. Oh, I have won an app. Yeah, so like Stephen Wood has won an Absolute Blaster in there too, a Pete Rose Blaster, which had an auto from Pete Rose, and Tar Heels blasters from Punchbox. I mean, he's won a good amount of like blasters from that, which we will throw in there too. Matt never plays these games with me, and I actually was having a talk with him / argument, and I kind of said, you never offer to come play games, Matt. I mean, games were my idea, but I've told him, dude, you never offered to come play with us. He's been here before when we've done games. In the very beginning, he would be here for some games because we did them after a break or before a break. But yeah, Matt doesn't tend to do the games with us at all, and it's like, come on, get into it. Oh yeah, Dandy Andy won a Mike Trout Project 70 card. So we do throw some good things in these things here, guys. It's not like we're going to have stuff like that all the time, but whenever we can, we love to throw good stuff like that in there, for sure. So... for example, Nate, you could play the game, the Tic Tac Card game, Nate. You could play that game and it's 3 points, so it would use all your points. You could try one of the games like Punchbox or Box Number 2 for 2 points, and then the other point you would use for the prize drop game. Same with you, Steven. You already know, Steven. You either have to play one of the 2-point games and then use 1 point on the prize drop, or you could play the 3-point game of Tic Tac Card, or you could use all 3 points at prize drop. But again, that's all up to you what you want to do. Dandy Andy could use 2 points twice in one of these games or in both of these games, and then use 1 point in prize drop. Yeah, sorry, Project 2020. I know, I was like, Project 70. Yeah, I didn't even think of it. I was like, that sounds weird to me. So, I guess the first question is, does anyone want to play Punchbox? Anyone want to play the Punchbox while we have it up here? Anyone want to punch one of those boxes? I wish I could have you. I wish we could all be here in person and you guys could come with us and do this, you know. Nice try, Dandy Andy. That ain't happening. Nice try. Trying to buy your way. So, Dandy Andy, you want to punch one of these? And Nate wants to do one. So, Andy, which one do you want to punch? Like I said, this one does have A and E in it. Okay, so he's doing number 11. God dang it! That is the second. That is the second pair of headphones I broke because of how I have to use mine compared to Matt. I have to move all over the room. It is really hard to not hit it. I broke off the second pair. God dang it! God dang it! Sorry guys. I just broke my. I'm sure you can hear me. I would guess. I just broke my. I just broke my pair of headphones. Ugh. So I'm going to do number 11 for you. Nate chose number 7, Dandy Andy, so he gets choice on 7. So number 11 for Dandy Andy. The letter A, Dandy Andy. Letter A. Dandy Andy with the letter A. Nate, do you want to do number 7? You'll do number 7, Nate? I know, I gotta get a Bluetooth for myself. I gotta have to. I'm gonna tell Matt I need a Bluetooth. I keep hitting into things, breaking things. No. So, Steven, I bought another pair to replace the ones I broke, and I even told Matt, should we get 2? They're like $20, guys. $20 for a pair of headsets, which isn't bad. And I told Matt, shouldn't we get 2 if another breaks? Matt said no. He was like, no, let's not spend the money. $20 freaking dollars. He is such a cheapskate sometimes. It's like, dude, well, if I break one, now we're going to be without one again. It's just like at my work where I used to work, and the boss would be like, get extra ink. Don't just buy ink when you run out. Buy extra so when you run out, you don't have to go get more all of a sudden. Good luck, Nate. 7 is you, Nate. Oh! So Nate won a thing of top loaders. Nate won some top loaders. Okay, so Nate, you have 1 point left. Okay. So Nate won some top loaders. Congrats, Nate. Nate. Number 4 for you. 25 pack of top loaders. So number 4 for Dandy Andy. No frickin' way. No frickin' way. No frickin' way, Dandy Andy. No frickin' way. I can't believe you just won that, Dandy Andy. Holy crap, Dandy Andy won the big prize. Holy crap! I can't believe he just won that. He pulled it off. If he had stuck with 7, he wouldn't have won it. Oh my god! Oh! Holy crap, Dandy Andy. I can't believe you won that, dude. Holy shit! Holy shit! He won the grand prize. Well, congrats to Dandy Andy. Good thing you took the 7. Holy crap. If he had taken 7, he wouldn't have gotten it. Woo! Woo! I don't have an alarm to go off. Let's see. I'll find an alarm sound. Let's see, what's this? We're going to find a prize. Miss Cleo strikes again. You won a prize! Holy moly, Dandy Andy. So I'll tell you, for the grand prize, Dandy Andy. So Matt and I for the grand prize, Matt's buddy, the one who actually has the, what do you call it? Matt's buddy who has the HGA, his own grading card company they started. Just Dance for his celebration. We decided a while back, and again, if it can't happen, we'll figure something else out for you. But we were actually looking at getting a custom-made. He makes his card. What do you call him? He makes card. Sorry, I'm trying to think of what it is technically. It's the boards where you put your cards in on the wall, like a shadow box for your cards. So remember when Project 70. Remember when Project 2021 came out. He started making these display cases for your cards. So we were like, ooh, that would be a great prize, but it has to be, like, we didn't want to get one pre-made, simply because we kind of figured if we had it pre-made, we would rather, like, pay him to do a custom one for you. So as long as he's still able to do that, that's what it was going to be, is him making you a custom, up to a certain price point, a custom, case for your cards, like he was doing. Matt showed pictures before, I'm pretty sure, but he got some pretty big publicity on it with some of the artists having him make them their own. I can't think of what to call them though. Cases. I'm going to call it a case. But it hangs on the wall, and it can. He has like a CNC machine that it can cut out the wood so it has all different looks. He's done some really nice ones for the Project 2020 cards. So, excuse me, that was the prize we had chosen, as long as he's still able to do it. But we wanted it to be custom to whatever you would want. So, like, I know you're a big fan of Mike Trout, so we could have one that has Mike Trout on it. Something like that was our thought, Dandy Andy, for the big prize. So Matt and I will be getting in touch with you about that, because we're going to have to contact him. I mean, he's been running his other business, so if it has to change up, we can, obviously. We're hoping to really do that. That would be a really cool prize, for if he can still do it for us. We had mentioned it to him, and he seemed okay with it. So congrats, Dandy Andy. Enjoy that. But we'll definitely be in touch with that, to talk with you about it. But congrats very much, Dandy Andy. You know, you've been a good time buyer for quite a while now, and I know, like everyone, you've definitely gotten skunked plenty of times, which is obviously a part of break-in. But and again, you've been very loyal in general, and you've been great with always coming to games, and I do appreciate it. So, congrats to Dandy Andy. Congrats to Dandy Andy. It's funny because we've actually, if you go to the website, you can see who has what letters, and R2 had E and A, and he just stopped coming around. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I understand everyone has their own prerogatives, you know, but all he needed was R. So he could have got B and D by just playing that first game, no problem, and all he needed was R. So I for sure thought he was going to be the one to make it just with it all. But again, congrats Dandy Andy, and we'll definitely be in touch. If not, I'll take the case of Flawless. So that leaves you with 1 point. Nate, you still have 1 point, and Steven has 3. So, Steven, what game would you like to play? You didn't want to play this game, so what would you like to play? Do you want to play Tic-Tac-Card? Do you want to play the other box number 2? Or do you want to play Tic-Tac-Card? Or did you want to use all 3 points in the basic game? That's up to you. Matt's gonna shit his pants. He's probably gonna be like, "Oh Jesus Christ, it was one already." And I've told Matt it's been a long time, dude. I've told him it's been a long time for these games. Tic-tac card. Okay, so he's gonna do that. So what we're gonna do before we do that, we're gonna play the other game real quick. He's also going to be pissed because he's going to be like, "Oh, you broke another headset?" Be like, "Yep, I told you we should have got 2 at a time." As I told him at the time. Okay, let's switch cameras. A lot of card stuff, guys, in here. Unfortunately, I can't get the greatest camera angle for this one. But, there we go. Give me 1 second. Okay, so, Dandy Andy, 1 through 8. Let me know and I'll drop it in that, 1 through 8. I'll drop it in the slot you say, 1 through 8. I've missed one game night once. The last time you all played. I know, I was surprised when you weren't there, dude. I really was. I was like, wow, where's Dandy Andy? He's always here. 1 through 8, Dandy Andy. Okay, 5. A pair of card sleeves. Very nice. Okay. And Nate, for you, which one would you like me to drop it in for you, Nate? Trust me, I make sure I know there's a reflection so I watch what I do. I actually gotta say, I got some calves and a half. I got some pretty good calves. I take them out and walk them every day. Yeah, no problem, Danny Andy. Glad we could do it for you. Number 4, you got it. Oh, Nate got a beard point for next time, just like Steven did. So next time we're doing games, and you get into a break and you're able to play in the games, Nate. I always pick from the people who played in games, who bought into breaks that week. You, for example, Nate, will now be able to play. You'll be when you play next time in games, when you buy into a break, if you do, then you'll have a point automatically to go next time. So enjoy. Enjoy, hopefully, next time. Hopefully you'll come around again. Hopefully you liked it. And hopefully you'll then get to play more games then. I haven't gone on hikes in a while, Eddie. I've been bad. I got to get back to it. I've been doing a lot of yard work lately, which is still good. I mean, it's given me a workout and a half. So that's a nice one to get. People haven't gotten that very often, and that's a good one because it's just an extra point, which lets you play better games and everything. Which, it's kind of like a you didn't lose your point type thing, which I think is good still because, hey, you get to play next time no matter what type thing. So, lastly, we'll play some tic-tac card. We'll play some tic-tac card for Steven. So you're gonna have to give me a minute, Steven, to get it ready. So I'm going to switch cameras, and I'm going to get Steven's tic-tac card ready. Give me a minute, guys. and try not to break this. If I broke this headset right now, we would be kind of screwed. I'd have to go to the store to buy another one. Okay, let me... Waiting on Lunchbox to get on. Hope all is good at this time. You want to roll the dice all the way through. If you break the last head, don't worry, you can always do a rest of the segment. Interpretive dance. Waiting on Lunchbox to go on. Hope all is good at this time. Okay, yep, so let me... we'll finish this up. So I have some prizes I picked out for you. You want to roll all the way through, which we will do. So I have your prizes picked out. They're under the camera. If you win, we'll roll all the way through. So let's see what he gets, guys. So the first roll we do till he gets something. 7. Sorry, I hit the dice, guys. But he got 7. So now he got 1, okay? So now how it works is he has 4 rolls to get Tic-Tac card. So we'll do roll number 1. This, I should say he gets 4 more rolls, so we'll do 1 roll. He got 10. Okay, he's got 3 more rolls to get Tic-Tac card to get the prize. He got 6. Oh, that's pretty good. So he's got 2 more rolls. 2 more rolls to win this. He needs a 12 or a 2 would win it for him right now. He got 7 again, so that's a no-go. So now he has 1 more roll. It's a little more fun if we can play it down, obviously, if you're still here, Nate. But it's a pretty good game. I try to give bigger prizes for this as well. So try to give a little extra for people who win this game. Sometimes I'll offer people to not roll and I'll give you a mystery prize instead if you don't roll. But he's got one more roll. Let's see if Steven can get it, a 12 or a 2. Okay, you guys ready? Oh! Unfortunately, it's a strikeout. Strike! 3! You're out. Unfortunately. So I try to give some good prizes. This one is one of my favorites. It's a simple game. Again, like Punchbox, it's really simple. Some of these games are simple and fast, but they're really fun. Like this game gets your blood pumping. So I think it was last week, Nate, and it may have been Steven. I can't remember who won it. Let's see. Do I have it right here? I think it was Steven. I think it was Steven who was playing this. I could be wrong. So we were playing this game, and like it literally was like the last roll for the win, and the person got it, and they got some really good stuff. So like today's guys, I was going to give you a pick a number, which would have been guaranteed auto or relic, 10 beard bucks, and then 2 blasters. So, but next time, there's always next time. Thank you for playing, Steven. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Eddie, for being a great guy like you are. And Dandy Andy, congrats. Congrats to Dandy Andy. Top loaders will be sent with your package, Nate, by the way. Those will go with your package. And again, you know, sleeves will go with your Dandy Andy, but congrats, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome, Dandy Andy. I'm really glad you won it. So yeah, we'll be in touch with. We got to get in touch with that guy. See what's going on, Dandy Andy. See what's going on with him. You know, the biggest issue is, you know, he can do it, but a lot of the time, he gets backed up with like even those things he was getting backed up. So if it's just one of those things where he's just not going to get it to it anytime soon, he just gets really busy, definitely with his new company, then we can find an alternative, something that you'll like, that you would like. So again, thank you, Dandy Andy. Thank you, all of you, and we will catch you tonight at 8:15.